Hello everybody, my name's Nicola and in today's video I'm showing you my cash envelope setup for 2021. This is the Frugal Cottage where we talk all things money to help you on your financial journey. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And yes, this is my cash envelope setup for 2021. If you're new here, then I am a massive fan of the cash envelope system. That combined with my budget planner has really helped to transform our finances. So I'm getting all this set up ready for the start of the year. I'm also, and this is coming up in a video soon, I'm also going to be showing you my January budget planner, which looks like this. But this is my setup. So the binder and the plastic envelopes are just from Amazon, so I'll link those below so that you can see those. I do make the inserts for these, so the different categories are just things that I've designed and kind of inserted into there, just so I know which envelope is which. But this is my setup. So for the past year I've been doing a no spend year, and two of my cash envelope categories were not included in that, so therefore that they weren't there, but you'll see that they're back here and I'll show them in a minute. I also want to talk about my sinking funds. Now I've got another video coming up about my new sinking funds for 2021 because there were a couple of new ones plus a very special one, so don't forget to watch that to see what that is. But for now, this is my cash envelope setup. So I've got my binder. It's just an A6 binder from Amazon, and it does have room for kind of cards and stuff, but I don't tend to put cards in there. You'll see that's my sinking fund. I have the 6 cash envelopes here, so these are all ones that I will use every single week, or I'll have them with me anyway. So as you'll see, and if you've watched my videos before, I don't always spend from all 6 categories every week. In fact, if I'm doing our plan correctly, I shouldn't. So I've got the first one, so food. So food for us is kind of everything. It includes breakfast, lunch and tea. And we are a family of 4. We're a family of 4 with 2 smaller children. So, you know, when I talk about our food budget and things, kind of bear that in mind, because we're, you know, I'm sure it's very different when you're trying to feed 2 teenagers, but when you're feeding a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old, they don't tend to eat as much. So the first one is food. Second one is petrol. So we are a 1-car family and we intend to keep it that way. We have no plans to add a second car to our kind of finances at this point. I'm sure eventually that would be kind of a handy thing to have, but it's not a necessity at this time. So petrol is basically, I drive the car to work 3 days a week, and then it's kind of used for kind of school run, errands, shopping, you know, the everyday general things after that. So the second envelope in my cash envelope system for 2020 is the petrol envelope. Our car is not blue, by the way, I just like the colour blue. The next, and this is the envelope I get the most questions about when I do these, so the miscellaneous envelope is essentially anything that doesn't fit into any of the others. So for example, for ours, we have 2 cats, so their cat food and anything related to them, their expenses, come under the miscellaneous category. All things like household things like toiletries, toilet roll, kitchen cleaning stuff, all that kind of stuff goes in the miscellaneous category. It kind of is just those everyday things that don't fit into any of the others. But that's the question I get asked the most about what actually goes in my miscellaneous fund. But they're the main things that we seem to use it on. So household things, cleaning stuff and the cats are the main kind of 3 areas that go within our miscellaneous envelope. The fourth one, so I've already mentioned we're a household of 2 children, so of course they need their own budget in there. If you've watched my cash envelope setup and my cash envelope stuffing videos before, you'll know that we give the children a separate budget. So their food and kind of everyday things don't actually come out of their own budget, it comes out of our general budget. But they get their own envelope. There are 2 of them, and that's their envelope. The first one that's back this year, because I'm now no longer doing the no spend year, and I will talk about my plans for next year on the 1st of January. There's a video going up on the 1st of January which kind of explains my plans for the next 12 months. But you can see there that the first one that is back is eating out. Now we are at the point of recording, we are still in the very high tier up here in the northeast of England. So actually eating out isn't possible at the moment. Everything is shut, so you can get deliveries, you can get takeaways, but actually eating out, as in going to sit in and go somewhere, is not on the cards. But that envelope is coming back because hopefully at some point we will be able to eat out again and go out as a family and go to the lots of lovely restaurants that we have in our local town. But that envelope is back for now. It's kind of weird because do I count that as takeaways as well? Probably should do, but we'll see. But that is the first one that's back. And then the second and the final cash envelope in my cash envelope setup for 2021 is the clothes envelope. Now, if you're anyone that knows me, you'll know that I am not a fan of buying clothes. I just don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy the process of going and trying clothes on. Like, why are there so many mirrors in a change room? Like, why do you need to see yourself from all angles? And also, most of the time, things just don't look right. So therefore I don't enjoy it. So I've got a blog post about why I got rid of 85% of my wardrobe, and I'll leave that down below. But I have a very minimalistic wardrobe. I kind of tend to wear the same things week after week. I'm not a fan of lots of options. I don't do dresses particularly. I have a very simple, comfy wardrobe, and so I've got a clothes envelope here. But I'll be totally honest, this is the one that in previous years it really doesn't get used. The boys' clothes come out of their budget envelope. This is just clothes to me and my husband is the same. He tends to not buy clothes very often either. So it's there because obviously sometimes you do need to buy something, but at the same time I'm really mindful by how much stuff we already have, and that goes for clothes even though I've got rid of so many. And also the kind of the fast fashion stuff, it really doesn't interest me. So clothes is the 6th envelope in my cash envelope setup, but that will be the one where I'll probably put in like £20, and that £20 will stay there for quite a long time. Like, I just don't enjoy the process. Maybe if I was slimmer and taller I would do, but I'm not either of those things, so you know, it just doesn't interest me. But I feel like I have to have that in there somewhere, so that on the very rare occasion that we need to buy something, then I have some kind of fun there to buy it with. So to recap on my cash envelope setup for 2021, I've got clothes, eating out, children, miscellaneous, petrol and food. And I am looking forward to using these again. I'll be totally honest, I have stopped using cash envelopes for kind of the past month or so. I was doing lots of shopping online, so for Christmas presents I tried to buy lots of things from smaller independent shops where I was purchasing stuff online anyway, so using my card for that. And then it kind of all just followed suit. So I'm looking forward to a big reset in January where I get back to my cash envelope stuffing. I get back to the system. So these envelopes combined with this budget planner absolutely have transformed our finances. I do intend to have these as an option in my Etsy store in the new year, so look out for those if that interests you at all. So it will be you'll get the cash envelope with the insert, and you can choose what insert you get. I just need to figure out a way of kind of having that on there that's not too complicated, because obviously in theory there could be lots of different options for words that you want your cash envelope to be for. So like I said, I've got another video coming up about my sinking funds for next year, including a very special one that I have mentioned a couple of times in other videos kind of in passing, but I'm quite excited about it. It feels like I am okay with that decision for that one, and it's something that's just for me. So make sure you look out for that one. But as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you again very soon.